resolution, and as you can see, we have added a distinguished member to our broadcast team. John Laser, Joe Hutzler, and he needs no introduction around these parts. Jonathan Medina Alvarez is with us, and he joins us for what is a very special match about to happen here on our Skechers Stadium Court 1. That is the hybrid division gold medal doubles match, and what that is an able-bodied or standing player alongside a partner that is wheelchair assisted. And this has just been a created medium in pickleball, and we are bringing it to you for the first time here at Performance Pickleball. And Jonathan, I know you're a huge advocate, and I want to get to all the things that you've accomplished over the weekend. We'll have time to do that while you're with us for the next couple gold medal matches, but you're a huge advocate of pickleball for everybody. That, of course, includes Spanish-speaking nations and players, and I have to imagine, knowing your personality, you're all about what we're about to see here on Skechers Stadium Court 1.
Yeah, well, first of all, guys, thank you for having me. I'm extremely happy to be part of this coverage today. Yes, this is going to be my first time seeing this type of event. I'm excited to be able to continue to learn the journey of pickleball. I think that is all welcoming for everybody, and this is going to be a magnificent way to continue to grow the community in all the aspects so people can see that pickleball is for everybody.
And Joe, we've discussed this a little bit on our coverage here today. It's interesting. It's a different strategy than it would be for just your standard pickleball, and it's a different strategy than it is for adaptive or wheelchair-assisted pickleball, which we've seen contested fiercely over the last couple of days. And we were just talking to Will Biringer, who was with us last night in the co-ed doubles in the wheelchair division, and he was saying it is different. Usually he can get away with a lot of spin and use that as a tactic, but it doesn't work nearly as well against the standing players. But he and his partner have adjusted very well to find themselves here. So let's introduce our combatants in this gold medal match. Will Biringer, Walt Raymond. And you can look at the back there of Will. And on the other side, Brian Smith is the standing player, joined by Megan Anderson. So this will decide the gold medal. It's best 2 of 3, 2-11. And consulting for a couple of moments, and back to what I was just asking you, Joe, I think the team that best embodies those principles that Will was breaking down for us are going to walk out of here with the gold medals.
Yeah, I think so too. 2 points of note. I'm glad that I'm here for this because it'll be the only time that I know the same amount as JMA. He's going to outshine me when we get to mixed doubles for sure. But secondly, I loved what Will Biringer was talking about, was that even he has to adjust his game. It's not the same for those that are in the chair when they're playing in this hybrid division. So keen to see what those adjustments might be and how he approaches the game as we go through.
So this is Brian Smith, and he will serve 0-0-2. He is serving Walt Raymond. So no points scored. That's the side out. And talking to all 4 of these players, and Will in particular said, look, I want to win. I've been on the podium. I want the top of the podium here today. He's been there the first 2 days in singles and wheelchair doubles. But a fine shot by Brian through the middle there. And Jonathan, I'm just looking over at you smiling. This is pretty cool. Brian Smith is the husband of Amy Smith, who's the pickleball director with Sportable.
I mean, I'm overwhelmed about what I'm looking right now. It's just so beautiful to see that the sport is allowing everybody to come and compete, and just a community that you get about seeing people coming in and out and a day like today. It's just amazing to me.
0-0-1. That's Anderson, who comes to adaptive and hybrid pickleball from a wheelchair basketball background. We were talking extensively about wheelchair basketball, the massive national tournament that's coming here to the Henrico Sports Entertainment Center at Virginia Center Commons. And so many successful pickleball players come from that background. Great exchange there, and Brian Smith will score the first point of our gold medal match.
That was pretty intense. Great back and forth between the pickleballers on the court. That was nice.
And Brian won a gold medal yesterday in 3-5 men's doubles in the 50-plus division. Tough shot, Biringer.
What a
get. Look at the chair skills from Will to try to twist back around. And Jonathan, that's what we've learned, Joe and I, from calling a couple of these matches over the weekend, is the chair skills that trump the paddle skills in terms of what makes a player successful. It's really cool to see them negotiate the spin and the change of direction.
Yeah, I can see that there is the ability to be able to control the chair at the same time, to have the rhythm, to be able to hit the ball in the right spot, to be aggressive enough to push the other players to a defensive position for sure.
1-0-2. And Smith again able to punch that backhand through the middle for a 2-0-2 lead.
Smith and Anderson tested in that semifinal against Twyla Adams and Tamara Mackey. 15-9 was that one, and Biringer and Raymond get here on a 15-7 win over Margaret Golden and Brandon Rush. That is the bronze medal match going on behind us.
My correction, the score was actually 4-0-2. Now it is 5-0-2. We're going to get JMA's thoughts on the gold medal match we have coming up in mixed doubles, which should be a good one. Players that he is familiar with, certainly from his triumphs over the weekend. Oh, Smith is rolling here along with Megan Anderson.
Communication still key, regardless of the type of pickleball you're playing. And you can see Biringer and Raymond were really frustrated that there wasn't talk there, and they both went for that middle ball.
Yeah, Will was telling us this is the whole key, is the back player to say two, as in do you want it to bounce twice to the wheelchair-assisted player.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great shot by Will Biringer. Saw the recognition there from Brian Smith. Well, Brian was the one that really gave me a tutorial coming into the weekend on wheelchair division pickleball and the adaptive way in which that it's played and what is important, the chair skills aspect to it. See if Biringer can get something going, and he can, as Biringer off his serve scores the first point. So 1-6-1.
Man, look at this. The serve is still deadly. We've seen that the last 2 days, too. It seems like there's really a big importance on the serve for the wheelchaired athlete.
Saw Will yesterday in the final go to the cut serve late in the match. Helped him get near the finish line as he was cutting those serves. And he said he's planning on doing it here if it gets to that point as well. Oh, here's a little serve run. Will end there, but he picked up 3 points, cut the deficit in half, and it is 3-6-2. This is Walt Raymond serving. The two have been joking throughout the day today, and I thought it too the first time I saw them playing, that everyone thinks they're brothers, JMA, but it's because they both have awesome mustaches.
Yeah.
And I bring that up to you because I know that you were doing something, I guess we classify as an awesome mustache back in November.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm looking at them. I just cannot stop looking at the mustache. They're so pristine.
Pristine is the absolute right word for it. Will said, so I guess we're the Mustache Brothers. So that's their moniker here as they chase gold.
One of the things that I'm kind of I'm putting out there, it seems that the two athletes that are in the wheelchair, they're playing with the same paddle. So kind of the question is it something they should be looking for, a paddle that allows them to create more power, to control? That's an interesting kind of thought process that it might be kind of cool to understand in depth.
Yeah, what's interesting is, just like standing players, we've seen a diversity in that paddle selection. Both of the paddles that Jonathan's talking about are that Selkirk Halo paddle, which is one of the more popular paddles because it's in that mid-price range, but also plays a lot like the top price range paddles. But yesterday we saw a lot of the Selkirk Lux. We saw a Pello in one occasion. We saw Yola. So it's kind of a smattering, but it just depends on what you're looking for, power or spin, just like everybody else. Five, 6, 2 with Raymond serving. And now we're even at 6. 6, 6, 2. So quite the comeback. It was 6-0. And now it is 6-6, so the momentum has swung. And John, you can speak to this, man. We watched you guys go through some momentum swings, and then you, on your way to double gold, took it to another level there. I mean, these games to 11, the momentum and how quickly it can shift are vital to success.
Correct. I think when you play in doubles or even mix, there is more emotions than actually singles. For me, singles is more of a physical game that you definitely have to be covering the court at a higher level and maximizing your strength physically in order for you to get an open court. When it comes to doubles, you have to be able to have the right patterns in order for you to not expose your partner and that's what I was able to do yesterday with my partner. Being two lefties, that was something that I'd never done before. I never played with another lefty, and be on the left side, that was such a new thing for me. But I knew that I have to be adaptable in order for me to be able to compete with everybody on the draw.
And speaking of that different concept, you got mixed on this side, and Brian Smith kind of stepped across like you would as the left side player in mixed doubles, and coached for 7-6, and now at 8-6-1. So Smith and Anderson on the serve of Megan. Megan a bit wide, but she picked up a couple of points on her serve. And it'll be 8-6-2 to Brian Smith. And awarded gold medals in 2 wheelchair divisions this weekend and the first ever hybrid division. And Brian Smith collects point number 9. I love the sense of humor. Did you just hear what Will said there? He said, "You hit me in the leg, I didn't feel it." And Will's got a wicked sense of humor. I was talking to him throughout the weekend about his injury. He was in the Navy, active military, but got injured. He said it was related, but not a service injury, as in he was injured while off duty, but still in the service of the United States Navy. Long story short, he fell off a 3rd-story balcony, and he kind of smiled and said, pronounced me dead twice. So I've only got 7 left. But he's living life 3 to the max.
Yes, he is.
He's all over the athletic scene, plays basketball as well.
He's had the 2 officials come together because there was a question about that ball was in or out, whether the point should be awarded. Originally it was a .4, but they take that off.
Take it away, so it's 6-9. We've got the score reversed there on our graphic. Driving attempt down the line from Biringer. That was in, so it's 7-9-1. Biringer, Raymond 7, Anderson Smith 9, and Biringer serving. And this was the side he went, the lefty. He's a lefty like you, JMA. He went for the top spin serve to the corner that we were talking about. Couldn't quite get the height on.
Right, being a lefty, sometimes you get to that emotion to start moving most of the balls across court. And I think when you're playing doubles, that can open the opportunity for an ATP for sure.
Great take by Megan Anderson. And side out comes after 1 point scored. So 9-7-1. Biringer and Raymond serving. Again, best 2 out of 3, 2-11. Came at the base of the chair, and that's the most difficult spot, as we've learned.
Well, isn't that similar to normal pickleball? You go for the feet, right? Yep. That's where you want to make somebody bend down and make them dig it out.
And Smith, has them on the verge of victory here in game 1. 10-7-2, Anderson and Smith leading Biringer and Raymond. Jonathan Medina Alvarez is our special guest. He's going to stick with us on the broadcast, and we're going to get a preview of our mixed doubles gold medal match and a recap. And that'll do it in game 1. So game 1 is taken on the spin for Megan Anderson, and 1 game to gold for Anderson and Smith. Biringer and Raymond will try to level it at a game apiece. We'll take a quick timeout from Performance Pickleball RVA and the Liz Moore and Associates Pickleball Resolution. What a weekend it has been.
In my lifetime, I've been knocked around a few times. No matter how many times you get knocked down, hell, you got to get up off the turf. Back pain, knee pain, you name it, I had it. But when I walked into the Good Feet store and got fitted for arch support, I feel so much better. Very little pain in my back. I feel no pain in my knee. It is nothing like it. No matter who you are, whatever position you hold, in some way, we can help somebody. That's what the Good Feet store does. They help you keep going with life.
Trying to find ways to.
Back with you, courtside Skechers Stadium Court 1. It has been owned throughout the course of the weekend by our man, resident professional, tour professional here at Performance Pickleball RVA. The Lord of the Dojo is what I have come to call him on most
Lord
mornings.
of the Dojo.
That's a good name for a
like
documentary,
that.
too. We've been putting together titles for documentaries. He's Jonathan Medina Alvarez. He took home 2 gold medals in men's singles open and men's doubles open. And Jonathan, while we got a minute here in between games, the doubles, I know I was talking to you after the victory last night, just so gratifying because, of course, with your tennis success and background, singles came a bit more naturally. You rose those ranks a lot quicker, and now it's got to be a lot of fun. All the work that you've put in, all the training that you've put in to start seeing that success on the medal stand on the doubles side.
Well, absolutely. Last year was a great year for me when it comes to singles. I was able to get a lot of medals in the APP and put myself in a situation that I felt that I was able to own the singles events. Now, when it comes to the doubles, it's really hard to find partnerships to have firing opportunities, and I decided that I was going to change my way of doing my planning when it comes to my training, and instead of going for, the usual work on my drives, I'm going to just step out of that and do my 1,000 things a day, and hopefully I will be able not to miss one. And yesterday, it's such an accomplishment for everything that I've been working on, and especially now that I'm in the dojo, that I have my unlimited 5:30 in the morning training. That's just a beautiful thing.
Your young partner, Jaden Broderick, Limitless Future, you guys seem to form the perfect pair yesterday. You were off your usual placement as we begin game 2 here on the serve from Anderson, and it'll be a quick side out. But it worked out perfectly. It seemed like his temperament, even at 17 years of age, just very calm, just very even-keeled, and it seemed like it kind of leveled things out for you guys. You never really got too high or low.
Right. One of the things that I know about him, because we played against each other a couple of times, was his demeanor was really level, even if he was winning or losing. And I felt that for me, being such a passionate, I'm going to call myself passionate pickleball player, that it will be a good mix to be able to reset myself when I was going too hot. And I think that it's just remarkable to see somebody so young to be able to control himself at such a high level.
What a lob drive combination we just saw from Walt Raymond there. Lobbed it over the top of Anderson. Smith ran it down, and then the drive to finish the point. So there's 101. A nice pass by Brian Smith. And what you notice, Joe, is the pace of this hybrid division is much different than the pace in the wheelchair division.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not something we're accustomed to in many different ways, but certainly the pace of this is picked up, and these athletes are super competitive. They just came off the sportable courts in the back, came right here to court 1 and putting on a good show.
Expression from Will Biringer said it all there. He was frustrated with himself and his partner, I think. His partner put him in harm's way there. Points scored.
I can see some of the points are being
a few other
changed.
matches ongoing throughout Performance Pickleball. 1-1-1 is our score. Oh, what a rally. What a rally, and what an attempt there from Walt Raymond, but Smith on the put away, and recognition from the assembled crowd. And it is 2-1-1 for Anderson and Smith.
Phenomenal effort by all involved. Love that.
Yeah, Walt Raymond went for the big rip, and sidestepping nimbly was Brian Smith. So 3-1-1, early run just like they had in the opening game for Anderson and Smith. Short serve leads to the point, and JMA, that's what you're talking about. It was Smith who was doing that in the first game, but it's Anderson who capitalizes there.
Right. I do have a question when it comes to what kind of level do you require to have to be able to play this type of event?
This type of event, I'm not sure what the restriction would be or the baseline. I think looking at these, I know Brian Smith, for example, who'll be serving now, won a gold medal in 3-5 yesterday. Looking at the game of Walt Raymond, I'd probably put him at about the same place. Another point scored off the serve there. 5-1-2 as Brian Smith. Trying to lure him in and then smoke it past it. Biringer, and just a shade wide. So 6-1-2 again. A win in this second game for Anderson and Smith. They are your hybrid division gold medal winners. Biringer and Raymond trying to force a decisive third game. Will Biringer, you can see looking down at the left wheel on his chair, as if something was amiss on the mechanism there.
The decisions weren't the wrong decisions, just a little bit off on that execution and accuracy. So you start to look at other things that might be leading to that when normally it would go your way.
And that deep shot from Anderson will lead to a side out. So
they need that break.
7-1. There's a good run, though, there for Smith and Anderson to take control here in game 2. Oh, and again, the lob weaponized by Will Biringer. And, Jonathan, you love that shot.
I do. I love when it gets physical.
2-7-1. Again, waiting in the wings, our mixed doubles open championship. Cameron Luring, Sarah Hua. They will take on James Broker and Megan Lynn. Broker and Lynn came through the draw unblemished, and here comes the comeback from Biringer and Raymond. 3-7-1.
I'm seeing a pattern in the last 2 points, kind of the same shot selection. So I think that they're starting to make some adjustments on the strategy for sure.
Deep return, but a nice drop. And handcuffs Smith. A nice drop from Walt Raymond there.
It was really good communication too. That ball could have been Biringer's, and he was called off, and it was the right decision.
As he said, they're simply just saying 1 or 2 as to whose it is. And Raymond sends that one a touch wide, but picked up 3 points on his serve. Now Biringer will try to drive in closer to even.
Oh, how fickle sometimes pickleball can be. You're such a beautiful backhanded drop, and then your forehand into the net or wide. It's just that's a tough sport on you mentally.
Great return from Brian Smith, and Biringer got out there a little too quickly. Couldn't get the paddle extended.
I think Brian Smith's trying to get a Gatorade sponsorship. He's over there.
Staying hydrated. It has been a long weekend for Brian, though. He has been helping conduct all the sportable activities along with his wife, Amy. Good battle there. Won by Brian Smith, 8-4-1. Well, Jonathan, what's next for you in terms of your touring schedule?
Well, I will be leaving not this upcoming Monday, but the next Monday I'll be going back to my country of origin, Venezuela, for the first time in 15 years to play the Duper Nationals. This is an initiative the Duper and La Cocina are doing to create international tournaments to all the Spanish-speaking countries, which I'm pretty happy to be part of that.
That's got to be phenomenal. 15-year absence from your home. Certainly has to have been difficult at times. Saw the frustration there from Will Biringer. I told you how badly he wanted to be atop the podium and turn things around in a hurry, and that misfire from Smith as he stumbled will help a bit. 9-4-2, though. Anderson Smith closing in on the gold medal. First ever in the hybrid division. And Anderson serving Walt Raymond, and Raymond right back on it. Great return deep into the corner, and the side out brings it back to Biringer and Raymond. Well, it was a talent-packed bracket yesterday. It's talent-packed today in mixed doubles. I know you had hoped to play, but didn't find the partner to go for the Triple Crown this weekend.
I have to be honest. I'm a little sad that I was not able to pay the event, but my body's saying thank you every single minute in the minute.
Kudos for being able to say that. I appreciate that.
Man. Right. Are you surprised at all about who are we going to see in the mixed doubles final?
I have to say that I saw the draw. There were really good players, but because the mix is such a different event, when just the theory behind it, the male role and the female role. Whoever is able to control the emotions and understand how to target the different parts of the game. That's what I'm excited about. We're gonna be watching it after this event for sure.
We had a referee's overturn there on an in-out serve call that was ruled in favor of Biringer and Raymond. It's actually 5-9-1. I think we had the wrong serve is what we had there. Wrong server started. The stack. 5-9-1. Smith. It's the best of Raymond there. 5-9-2. Now they've changed the score back. So 6-9-2.
Hey guys, if you allow me to say a couple words of appreciation of everything you guys are doing for not only the community, the pickleball pool, but just creating these tournaments that allows the city of Richmond to really starting to be able to level up in all the levels and just getting people to come out and play. And I think performance is just the perfect place to start, continue, and evolve.
Well, we appreciate that, Jonathan. And, of course, as you and I have discussed throughout this process, as that landed in and Smith nets it to continue this gold medal match. We're delighted to have you as a part of it, kind of the face of it here in Performance Pickleball Paradise, and just the beginning for us, just the beginning for this hybrid division format. Did this experimentally this weekend. I think all accounts that experiment has been a success, Joe.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. Talking to the athletes specifically, they're the ones that, of course, benefit the most from having this opportunity. And they've enjoyed the experience to this point, and I think we're getting a really good gold medal match, a chance for Biringer and Raymond to fight off another game point.
Yep, 6-10, and there's that cut serve that he was telling us about, the left-handed cut serve.
You knew it was coming.
Well, I told him, I do that sometimes when I'm up big. It's a serve that when you have, especially out at the park courts with the minimum depth, that if you hit it, you can't get it because it's going to hit the fence. And Will said, I like that. And he just tried it. Brought it into game action.
You and I are undefeated still, playing together.
Yeah, 1-0.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to put it out there, but, we're a tough team here.
Yeah, but, you're putting your coach, Maria Lopez, on blast because that's who we beat.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I hit the ball once. It was on my serve.
That's right. That was the strategy.
Yeah,
Go serve and say, JM, you do your thing. So
all joking aside, I think I did. We won 11-1 or 11-2, and I hit the ball 4 times.
That's a recipe for success.
Mine. Still mine.
Always mine.
Go over there and enjoy the feeling of victory.
It's like my son Leonardo. Everything is mine.
Biringer kept it alive but caught the roof, and that is going to do it. Our first ever gold medal in the hybrid division belonged to Brian Smith and Megan Anderson. That was a treat and an appreciative round of applause here at Skechers Stadium Court 1. That'll culminate what has been an awesome weekend. Big thanks to Tyann Wynn, by the way, for accommodating the schedule to put the wheelchair gold medal matches and now this hybrid gold medal match in our broadcast window. Everyone who has witnessed it has enjoyed it, gained appreciation. Joe, I know I say that, and you echo that as well. And congratulations to everyone who's competing and taking medals out of it.
Yeah, and kudos to everybody who helped put this on. This is a logistical, tough thing to gather, and so as they come in and out of the court here, you can't help but take a step back and say it's really hard to complain about anything when these athletes are out here still getting it regardless of their physical condition. So really, really pleased with how this turned out. We hope you at home enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, we absolutely hope you enjoyed it as well, and we'll most definitely be doing it again. And after this time out, we will do it again in mixed doubles. It is the gold medal match as we have the competitors behind us. And there's Sarah. She's ready to go. She already got 1 gold. She's trying to match my man Jonathan with a double gold over the weekend, eager to get on the court. Sarah Hua and the rest of our gold medal competitors take Skechers Stadium Court 1 next as we conclude the pickleball resolution with a bang right after these.